The UK now has a new prime minister, so let's see exactly what has been going on, especially regarding immigration. My name is Tochi. You're welcome to my channel. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up as you're watching, so YouTube can recommend it to everybody that needs to see it. To all my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. You're welcome back to this video. If you're yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button right now. Thank you. So guys, I'm sure we all have been following the news and we've been seeing exactly what has been going on, okay? How Andy Bonham became the Prime Minister in the UK and what he's been doing, you know, his plans, everything he has done so far. In fact, I watched his video where he talked about everything he did in his first 5 days in office, and it was quite interesting. And some of them were really good to see because a lot of people were applauding him, you know, especially the positive changes that he has brought regarding bus fare and everything, right? Now, regarding immigration now, a lot of people have been, you know, waiting and anticipating what will Andy Bonham say, because there's been a lot of speculations before he came into office and a lot of things that were going on, you know. Now that he's here, what is he going to say? What's he going to do? Is he going to continue with the plans that the Labour Party already has regarding immigration, especially the ILR plan? Is he going to change it? You know, and then he reshuffled his cabinet, guys. Everybody was like, okay, let's see what's going to happen next. Who is going to become the new Home Secretary? And guess what, guys? Now, before I continue, I want to quickly talk about LemFi. LemFi is a reliable app that allows you to send money to your loved ones back home, and they have one of the best rates you can find in the market, so you'll always get your complete value for money. And also, considering the fact that LemFi is always bringing us goodies and lots of good news, I've got one to share with you today. So if you send £1,000 or more in a single transfer to Nigeria for the next 3 months, you stand a chance of winning amazing prizes. You can win a share of £6,000 in flight vouchers or one of 5 200,000 naira cash prizes. LemFi keeps giving and giving. Okay, I'm going to leave the details on the screen. Remember, the more money you send, the more your chances of winning. I wish you guys all the best. Winners will be selected randomly, and keep sending money with LemFi. If you haven't downloaded LemFi yet, what have you been using to send money to your loved ones? Why have you been stressing yourself? Download LemFi today. Use my code Tochi when you sign up and you will get a great discount. Now back to the video. As some of us were waiting, or most of us were waiting to see what he was going to do and who the next Home Secretary is going to be, right? So he started. I was watching the news, I was paying attention, and they were, you know, as it was happening, they were releasing updates. I was just following it and I was waiting, okay? So obviously he replaced some ministers, he appointed new ones, some positions were changed. And then when he got to the Home Secretary part, the part that a lot of us are very interested in, it was announced that she has retained her position. And before then, I'm sure some of you saw the rumors that they were considering her for another position and all of that. So people were like, is she going there? Is she staying back? So there was a lot. And then when it was now time for the Home Secretary position to be announced, it was now announced that Shabana Mahmood remains the Home Secretary. And she now posted this on her page and said, you know, she's happy to remain in her position, that let's continue what we started. In her words, she said, we're happy to continue what we started, to bring changes, to control our borders and all of that. You can go to her page and read what she wrote, you know, after she was named the Home Secretary, the new Home Secretary, okay? Now, another question that a lot of people were now asking is this. I'm sure you too that is watching this video, I'm sure you asked that question. You're like, why was Shabana Mahmood retained? Because we know that this is a new government, right? And a lot of things were at stake, okay? The Prime Minister could, you know, change, you know, putting anybody that he wants. He could replace any minister, you know, but this time around, some were replaced, some were moved around, right? Some left totally. But Shabana Mahmood remained in the same position. You will ask, why? Why keep her, right? What's the message the Prime Minister is trying to send? And if you guys remember vividly, there was a time that some news channel posted that Shabana Mahmood or that Ali Bonham disagrees with some of Shabana Mahmood's immigration policies and all of that. And there was just a lot going, a lot of rumors. And I've been following this. I think I've been sharing some of them here. And so if you've been following how things have been going and how things have been playing out, you want to ask, so why? Okay? I guess we all have to wait and find out why she was retained, right? And you know that for you to keep somebody in the same position, right, it just simply means that you're happy with what the person is doing, the person's performance in office. Okay, if there is like a reshuffling going on here, or a company is trying to restructure or let go some of their staff, they're going to keep the best people. They're going to keep people that are productive, people that are bringing results, people that they are happy with. And they're going to let go of people that they think are doing the opposite or are not doing enough, right? So for him to have kept her, what does it mean? Like, I'm really curious to know why. Really curious to know why. Are you curious too? So yeah, we understand that when a new prime minister comes into office, right, they want to build their team, and obviously they're going to appoint who they trust, who shares their vision, who they think will help them achieve all the changes and everything they need to achieve, right? Nobody's forcing them to appoint who they don't want to appoint. Right? They appoint who they want, basically, and we have seen that play out. Some people criticize some of his choices, but it is what it is, because obviously no matter what you do, you will always be criticized, and that's the truth. Okay, everybody would not like every decision that you make at every point in time. Another comment that I saw that I want to point out to you guys, doing all those changes and when all these things was happening, when people were asking why, because obviously nobody can read anybody's mind except the government comes out to tell us why he did it or what his plans are. We don't know. We're just talking based on what we have observed so far, right? And from some comments I saw, I was like, oh wow. So somebody said maybe he just wants to continue with stability, or maybe he wants to go with somebody who already understands how everything is going, who already has things in place, and he just wants to follow suit. He wants somebody who is experienced in this job and somebody that he can work with better. He doesn't want to bring in somebody new and then the person is a novice or doesn't understand how things work. And especially because there's already something on ground. There's a very serious matter on ground that we are waiting for results. Consultations have ended already and we're just waiting for results right now. And they have told us that it's going to come in by autumn of this year, right? So we are all waiting. So somebody was explaining that it's just because of that stability and he just wants to continue with somebody who already knows what she's doing, who is already familiar with everything going on and doesn't want to bring changes, to destabilize everything and then start afresh. They just want to continue in that light. And if he's going to change anything, it might just be based on the already existing protocol or what's already existing on ground, So I was like, oh, okay. And in the comment section, when people were replying to that comment, everybody was like, okay, that makes sense. But we all just have to wait and see what happens, right? And I don't even know if people love Andy Bonham or not. So far, I can't really tell from the comments. I've been following his page, I've been following, his updates and all this thing about politics, actually immigration and everything. But you can't really tell because when he says one thing, you see people applauding him, and then you see other people, just talking down on the government. And mostly what I've observed is they're talking down on the government, really, on the party, really, not him. Basically, and they're asking me if he can fix some of the things. I don't want to go into politics, to say, am I supporting this or am I supporting that? I'm just here to share with you guys what's on ground or what we experience and what people are saying and how people are reacting to the new prime minister, the cabinet change and everything that's been going on so far. And most importantly, the fact that Shabana Mahmood, the Home Secretary, was retained. Okay, the fact that she still remains Home Secretary. And that's why everywhere is buzzing and people are saying, should we expect the worst? Because at that point, before the announcement was made, people would be like, okay, let's see if she's going to be changed. And there was a lot of rumors already. You guys know how these things work, right? A lot of rumors. People were saying, okay, she's going to be changed. Who is going to be next person? What's the person going to see? And if Bonham does not agree with Shabana Mahmood, that means he's going to change her. And if you guys follow that tab story that went on that time, you could see there were different opinions. People had different things to say around these things that happened, But then we're all waiting and just hoping to see what's going to happen. Who's going to become the next Home Secretary? Is the person going to be for or against this proposal? Guess what, guys? To our greatest surprise, I don't even know. Were you surprised? Was I surprised? I don't know, because I wasn't really expecting anything, to be honest. But I didn't have any expectation. I was just there. And then when Shabana Mahmood was announced, I wasn't really shocked. Were you shocked? Let me know in the comment section, okay? I think some people were even saying that they expected it, so they're not surprised. They just knew and felt that he was going to keep her, and people said he was going to replace her and all of that. But it is what it is right now. So yeah, another thing that a lot of us have noticed is that since he came into office, he has made some major changes, talked about different policies and some changes that he'll be making, with the NHS, public service, the pubs, transportation, welfare system, and a lot of other things that he talks about, the minimum wage and everything, But it's quite interesting to know that so far he hasn't really said anything about immigration. He hasn't said anything. So we're still waiting to see the first thing he's going to say regarding this, like the first thing he says while in office regarding immigration. So fingers crossed. We just hope it's going to be something good, because I don't know, people are saying, oh, he's being strategic, he just wants to hit us hard, he's just avoiding that part. In the comment section, you just see him saying a lot of things. Even when he posted that he went to answer some questions, he was like, come, ask me any question you want, I'm going to answer you truthfully, what you want to see from me, any question, any change you want, anything you need, how you think this government should go, come and ask me any question. And he showed himself answering questions, right, on different topics, different aspects of life and all of that. But so far, nothing. And you will see in the comments, people are saying, okay, what are you saying about immigration? What are you saying? You can see that people are really eager to know exactly what he's saying, what he thinks, or the first thing he's going to say about immigration when getting into office. But I guess we still have to keep waiting. There's no cause for alarm so far. Nothing has changed. Everything is still the same. There's no need to panic. There's no need to be worried. It's just what I just came to talk about, because I realized I haven't really made a video or spoken to you guys since we got a new prime minister. I'm like, let's come and talk about our new prime minister, about our new home secretary, even though it's still the same person that we know, right? And what's been going on since then. And that's exactly what this video is all about, just to catch up with you guys on what has been going on so far and how everything has been playing. So whenever any significant or major change comes up, whenever Andy Bonham talks about immigration, you guys trust me. You trust me. I'm your plug. I'm going to let you guys know everything. I'm here for you. So even if you're working, you're busy, you don't have the time to read the news, to watch the news, I'm going to read it for you. That's why you have me. I'm going to read it for you. I'm going to come and summarize it here for you to know what's going on. So relax, everybody. Take a deep breath. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being amazing and keep winning. Nothing has changed. So whether Andy Bonham is going to decide to change or go a different way from what Shabana Mahmood is saying, whether he's going to follow suit, we don't know. We just have to wait. And whatever comes up, I'll let you guys know. Okay? So yeah, I want to hear what you guys think. What do you think so far about everything? Were you expecting Shabana Mahmood? Were you expecting somebody else? What do you expect from Andy? Do you think he's going to go a different way? Do you think he's going to go the same route to Shabana Mahmood? What exactly do you think? Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. So thank you everyone for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye-bye.